these guys are smashing it and they're doing well because all of them on the call, which I've seen, are smashing it. There's no one who has gone the wrong way. So yeah, I'd 100% jump on and yeah, get your card out and get paying.
Before we jump into that, Harry, do you want to just introduce yourself, who you are, what do you do?
Yeah, so Harry Freeman, work at Forsyth Barnes. I'm the VP of contract recruitment for our New York office and US office.
What was going on back then? What was your motivation for having a chat with me and what we do in the blueprint?
I wasn't completely messed up or anything like this. I just knew there was a better version of Harry Freeman in me.
Yeah,
And the biggest struggle which I've always had is holding myself accountable for kind of not work perspective things, but more the kind of personal perspective things,
yeah.
which can normally be pushed on anyone who's busy at work's kind of yeah, back foot and not really think about it, to be honest with you. So I wanted to be held accountable, really to be shown what to do at first, because I've never done anything like this. I've always just ate what I want, not too unhealthy, but if I wanted to fancy a burger for lunch, I'd have a burger for lunch. If I someone who's never wanted to go to the gym or anything like that, just didn't really like it.
Mm.
Um, so wanted to get some insight from kind of yourself, a specialist within it, but also be able to be held accountable. So yeah, that's the reasons kind of I wanted to do the blueprint. And yeah, that's the reason I'm here today.
What have been your key achievements and takeaways from the process? What are your key successes from now having come through the process? And then once we outline those, maybe we'll dig into a little bit of what you've done to make that happen.
10 weeks ago, my accountability was absolutely horrific. Like,
Mm.
I would say every single day for, I think it was like maybe 4 weeks before I actually had a chat with you, that I was going to go to the gym. Went to the gym twice out of them 4 weeks. So I would only go Monday to Friday, but that's 20 opportunities I could have gone to the gym. I went twice, snoozing the alarms. I just wasn't up for it, and I never would be. And today, like, I'll still do it now and then when I feel like I do need a lie in. Let's say my routine changes in the night and it's not kind of a set routine I'd normally go for. It might be that I do have that one day off, but um, now it's all changed a little bit. So the accountability of jumping in on kind of a weekly call with not just yourself, but all the other individuals who are joining it. Um, all of a sudden you're like, kind of shit. These guys are smashing it and they're doing well because all of them on the call, which I've seen, are smashing it. There's no one who has gone the wrong way. You're going to be there and you're going to have your stats from maybe week 3 to week 4, and you're going to be the only guy on the call who's not done it, and you're going to be there and you've got to say you've not done it because you can really see that you haven't done it itself. Um, and it was just them, that 8 weeks of building that accountability into myself. It's felt like it's kind of built in. Therefore, when I like going back to what I first said, I normally have a burger at lunch if I fancied a burger, or I'll go to KFC, etc., etc. Now it's healthy meals, healthy meals at lunchtime. If I want to fancy a dinner and I'm going out with a partner, you can still do that. It's not that you're on this strict. You're only eating veg. You're only eating veg for dinner. You're only eating veg for lunch. You're not having breakfast, anything like that. It's not like that, which I thought I'd really struggle with. It's more this flex if you do things the right way, kind of maybe in
Yeah.
the week on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can have that flex on the Friday, Saturday, which I really like as well. So I feel like that accountability has just generally been built in to me from yourself, but also the individuals who are on the call as well. So yeah.
So what would you say then, Harry? If we look at like overall the process, what has been your main takeaway from doing the whole thing? If there was one thing.
That is possible. And that sounds so broad, but my mentality before, and I'm sure a lot of mentalities kind of going into the thing is I've been doing this for, I've had the same lifestyle for the last 20 years or so. Even if I get shown a different way, it's not going to block out another 20 years of unhealthy eating or unhealthy kind of behaviours which have been installed in me. You'll be really, really, really surprised of how 8 weeks can change you so much. Like my mentality is completely shifted. And like we are having a laugh in the office the other day about it. Like I've said, I've been here for what, nearly 3 years now, and I think not all Mondays, but most Mondays, I'm like, I'm on a diet now. I'm on a diet. It gets to like Monday afternoon. What do you want for lunch? I'm not on a diet anymore. I'm going to start next Monday. You can't start on a Tuesday, can you? A
No,
diet, so you've got to
no.
start on a Monday. So it'll be next Monday, and that's happened, and that's routine's been following and following on. However, these 8 weeks, I thought as soon as I ever get out the 8 weeks or during the 8 weeks, I would just kind of fall back into that mentality because it's been X amount of years who I've had this kind of lifestyle for. It has shifted. And that's the big thing for me is my mentality I didn't think has shifted. And that's a key learn for me, which it actually has.
Before we get off, Harry, if I was to say, let's say someone's watching this like you were, a couple of months back, maybe not feeling the best, know that they're not quite where they want to be physically, mentally, never worked with someone like me, a coach, a process like this, that they're a bit on the fence as to, is it really worth it? What should I do? What would you say to someone who's kind of in two minds?
Do it. So if they're on the fence, let's say there's an individual who's really, really kind of keen on doing it. There's someone who's on the fence. This was me 8, 10 weeks ago, like
Yeah.
right off the page over here. Like, I'm not doing that shit. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's going to work. And now I'm like here. So yeah, 100% do it. Luke's a great guy. It's only 8 weeks, 8 weeks, which can change kind of not just your life over that 8 weeks, but also change kind of your habits over the next kind of 10, 20, 30 years. It's an investment which will definitely serve you, but also your family well as well, because it's all around kind of family orientated and obviously work orientated as well. So yeah, I'd 100% jump on and yeah, get your card out and get paying.
Awesome. Thank you, Harry. That's an endorsement if I've ever heard one. So thank you, mate. Again, thanks for your time, Harry. You know, you're a legend. I really appreciate you coming on and doing this. And it's just amazing to see the results you've had. And like I say, there's a process that you go through that I help that, but ultimately you're the one who's done the work and you're empowered in where you're at. So that's, as a coach, that's what I love. So well done, mate. And it's been a pleasure. So thank you. Anyone watching, if you are interested, anything that we chatted about resonates, you'd like to have a conversation to see how we can help, drop a note in the comments or send me a DM and we can arrange a chat. On that note, Harry, thank you again. Have a great week, guys. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Cheers.